Jack the Reaper is a new for Spirit Halloween 2025 animatronic. Jack the Reaper has an amazing price tag of $329.99 United States dollars. Jack the Reaper stands 7'6" with amazing motion tracking technology located in his finger. Without further ado, let's go straight to the unboxing. Yo guys, it is MaddoxHaunts, and today we have the new for Spirit Halloween 2025 Jack the Reaper. Okay, so let's begin. So, you guys don't know about this guy. Well, we'll start off with the pros. This guy is super duper cool. I've seen this guy in store. I saw him in people's videos and he looked absolutely amazing. Now, the cons of this guy is that he is supposed to be the hardest Spirit Halloween animatronic to set up, which is not the best to hear. He has a lot of parts, and yeah, he's supposed to be really difficult. Okay, so first up, it looks like we have his scythe, and his scythe is huge. I mean, this thing is, look at it compared to me. Next up, we have one of his hands right here where the scythe actually sits in. So there's one of his hands. Let's get a close up of the detail on one of his hands right here. Looks pretty good, just like a normal skull. I wish the paint was a little bit darker so it'd pop more. Oh, and wow, okay, right here. Oh, before we take that out, here's pole label D. We have his head. Okay, and wow. Let's get a reveal, you guys. Ready? And wow, there he is, you guys, Jack the Reaper. His head, his mouth looks really, really good. The fabric needs a little bit adjusting because it's like, that should be good. The eye on him looks really, really good. The teeth, everything looks really, really good. He looks really, really good. I'm really happy how this guy turned out. And he doesn't, I mean, he does look like he has a lot of parts, but it doesn't at the same time. It's just gonna be difficult. In this right here, we just have a whole bunch of poles right here. Then we have one of these support. I have no idea what this pole is gonna be. Some support beam pole, something like that. Here's one of his other pieces. I think this is gonna be the one with his clothing. It's gonna like shape it. So there's one of his pieces, like kind of like a spiral piece. And here we have all of his clothing. I'm not gonna open it, it's just gonna be all dark clothing, but there's his clothing. Wow, then right here, you guys, this is like, oh my God, I almost dropped it. This is his whole mechanism, you guys. You have his control box, you have his head motor right here, you have his arm motor, and you have the control box. It has one of those control box protector things over it, so I have to cut that. But yeah, there's his huge, huge mechanism. Right here, I think this is one of his arms, I believe. Right here, we have another one of his clothing pieces, which he's, you know, obviously is gonna be the forming. And I think this might be the last part. Oh, well, of course. Wow, okay. Here's his instructions. I mean, and this thing is huge. Look at this. It's like a whole manual about how to build him. Well, obviously every animatronic comes with instructions, but this thing is like, it like tells everything. It's probably because, if you guys didn't know, this guy has motion tracking technology. I was gonna get Nibbles back last year, but I knew another animatronic was gonna come out with motion tracking, so I waited. Here's his other hand, and you can really tell which finger has the motion tracking in it. You can see the little camera right there, because his fingers are so fat, but you're not even gonna see it. It's just gonna look like a normal finger, so you won't even tell. But yeah, this guy is gonna be really, really cool in my haunt. I already have a great spot for him. He's definitely gonna freak a lot of people out that he's tracking him, basically. Here's another one of his arms right here. We have his huge, oh my gosh, this thing's heavy. This is probably the biggest spirit base I think I've ever seen in my life. Definitely the biggest spirit base I've ever unboxed. This thing is huge, and this thing's heavy too, wow. Okay, so that is everything inside of the box. Now let's go straight to the setup. Okay, so let's begin. So first up, what you're gonna wanna do is take your pole labeled B, and you're just gonna wanna slide it down, snap lock it in, and there is this little screw here that you're gonna wanna screw, and it's kind of like a wing nut. You're just gonna wanna screw it in here. Make sure it's tight so this thing doesn't move. All these right here, these cotter pins right here, are gonna wanna go into these little holes. You just wanna push them in, put the cotter pin back into it. Okay, so you're just gonna wanna continue pushing these through, taking the cotter pins and just, like I said, just pushing them through, pretty simple, just like this. I actually took out all the cotter pins and just did it so it's easier. And I am pushing the cotter pin all the way through just to be safe, just because this guy does have his mechanism on top of his arm, so it's gonna need a lot of support. So all these should be in here really good. The screw should be tight. And yeah, so the camera it's already getting pretty tall, so we're gonna move the camera up and we'll continue the setup. Okay, so one thing, how to angle the base. You want, if you are looking at him like this, you want it leaning forward towards you. You don't want it leaning back, you want it leaning towards you. There is different ways you can build this, but this is probably the best way to build it, I've noticed. You're gonna wanna take your pole labeled C with the hook right here, and you're just gonna wanna do the same thing, slide it down, and screw in the wing nut right there. And we are gonna move the camera up again because this guy is 7 foot tall, so he's really, really tall. So yeah, let's move the camera up and let's continue. Okay, so once you've attached pole labeled C, you're gonna wanna take your pole labeled D right here. And like I said, these all should be leaning towards, basically it's gonna be leaning towards you guys as we're speaking. So yeah, let me back this thing up a little bit. It's definitely getting really, really tall. You're gonna wanna take his hand that has nothing in it, like he's about to grip something, and you're gonna wanna slide it down, all the way down towards the pole, and you wanna make sure that the pole goes down through his hand. Just gonna slide it down and set it in there just like that. Perfect. Then what you're gonna wanna do is take this little elbow piece looking thing, and you're gonna wanna put this in just like this, and snap lock it in, just like that. And while I have the camera up here, we're gonna attach his scythe. So the scythe should be pointed towards the same way that the hand is pointed. So his hand's pointed that way. So we're gonna slide the scythe down just like that. Okay, so next up what you're gonna wanna do is take his very, very long piece of clothing, and you're gonna wanna throw it over his arm. And what is weird about mine, I noticed in Chilling Props this video, is that this sleeve is ripped. I don't know if that's supposed to be like that or it's just like that, but that's how you can tell which arm is which. So the arm that has the ripped sleeve in it, which doesn't look ripped because I think that's how the stitching is. Maybe it's just so it can bend. The ripped stitching arm will be the motion tracking arm, so it won't be this arm. So what you're gonna wanna do with this is just throw it over this, just like this. And you're just gonna wanna throw it over here. And while I'm here, I'm just gonna attach these Velcros, just like that. So his clothing should be around it, kinda just like this. Just like that, perfect, okay. So you're gonna wanna take his big, big mechanism right here, and you're gonna wanna attach it into this right here. And this thing is heavy. This mechanism is really, really huge. Just like that. So yeah, once you've got it in there, you're gonna wanna pull up his clothing just over basically where his body is gonna be, just like this. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, this part's gonna be hard to see, but you're gonna wanna grab this long pole. I'm gonna have it so where the short part is on the bottom. So what you're gonna wanna do is take it and you're gonna wanna run it up through the clothing, all the way up behind the control box. You wanna make sure it's not gonna get caught on anything, just like this. And you're gonna wanna slide it in up at his shoulder right here. I'm gonna pull down the clothing so you guys can see it. And then you're just gonna wanna slide it in right up here. Then you're gonna wanna take a cotter pin, put the cotter pin through, just like that, so it's secure. Push it through the third one. And then this part is gonna go in right down here. Right where the poles we attached from the very beginning, it goes right into here. Another cotter pin, you're gonna wanna slide in there. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is to attach one of his arms. So you're gonna wanna take this long piece right here. You can't even see it because it's like black on black, but this long piece right here, you're gonna wanna slide it up through the clothing. And there is a little tiny square up here that you're gonna wanna slide it through. It's like on a tannish piece, you're gonna wanna slide this through. And it is movable if you need to move it. Take a cotter pin and put the cotter pin all the way through. So right there you have that. Then you have his hand right here that you are gonna wanna slide this piece of cloth. I don't know if mine was supposed to go on it or not. I don't know. So it should look something like this. You slide it down, it's just elastic. This piece also has a cotter pin that you're gonna wanna attach, so you're gonna push it down through the prongs right here and slide the cotter pin through. And then you're gonna wanna take his wires right here while you're at it and attach it. So yeah, once you've done all that, you're gonna wanna slide his clothing back, slide this wrist piece over it, and then basically throw over the clothing, just like that. So it should look something like this. As you can see, his head up here is moving. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's moving as the hand moves. Okay, while I'm up here, I'm gonna take his head, and it's just a snap lock, so it should be pretty simple. Slide it down and snap lock it in, just like that. And you wanna feed his head wire down so you can attach it, just like that, slide it down and attach that wire. So he's already looking really, really good. So what I'm gonna do while we're basically about to zip up his backside, I'm gonna take the adapter. It's a very long adapter because this guy's pretty tall. I'm gonna unravel it right here. And I'm gonna plug it in and run it down him so I don't have to come back and do it later. I'm just gonna plug it in right up here, just like that. And I can just let it hang, just like that. Okay, perfect, okay. So I'm basically kind of like under this guy. So what you're gonna wanna do is take this piece right here that has the snap lock on the end. I don't know if you guys can kind of see that. The snap lock side is gonna go in, and I forgot to mention this, is that you're gonna wanna unvelcro all of his clothing all the way down. That's just gonna make it easier, and right up here, there's a snap lock, so you're gonna wanna take the clothes while you're doing this, and you're just gonna wanna wrap them kind of around this, is how it's gonna go. You wanna make sure none of them get caught, just like kind of like this. See all this fabric, it's getting caught. Okay, so next step, while you have this hanging down, this is the adapter wire, I don't know why that's in the way. While you have this part right here, you're gonna wanna take this part labeled H. You wanna make sure it goes in right because people tend to build this part wrong. They flip it the other way. It just kind of matches up. It's kind of common sense. So you wanna slide that, slide a cotter pin through, just like this. Take this side, slide it down into these forks. Don't wanna get my finger because this is gonna hurt if I do. Just like that. Take the final cotter pin, slide it in, and then we're gonna, like I said, take his clothes and wrap it all the way around this kind of spiral that we have going. Okay, so I unfortunately didn't get this part on camera, but what you're gonna wanna do is he has a cape, and you're just gonna wanna throw it over him. I wasn't recording at the time, so I'm sorry about that, but you just wanna throw this kind of overshirt over his entire clothing. So it's really simple. All you gotta do, throw it over his head, slide it down, and it's on both sides. Just like that, perfect. Okay, and last step, you're gonna wanna take his hood, throw it over him. There's some Velcros up here that you're gonna wanna attach. There's some on the side of his head as well. But yeah, so that's pretty much it, you guys. Like I said, a lot of people had trouble with this. I really didn't. I thought it was pretty simple if you ask me. So yeah, so he's all complete now. Now let's go straight to the demo.
You can never escape my evil eye. It's too late to run. It's too late to hide. You don't even have time to scream. You think you can escape me? I am Jack the Reaper. I make the skies turn orange, the wind howl, and the bats swarm. There is no place my bone-chilling grip cannot reach.
Okay, you guys, so there he was, Jack the Reaper from Spirit Halloween 2025. What are my thoughts and what is my opinion on this guy? This guy is absolutely amazing. What I want to throw out there before I actually do say that stuff though, is that this guy was not hard to build at all. I like watched the video for like a couple of minutes and then kind of clicked off of it and kind of did it, and it was pretty simple. It's just common sense. But yeah, so this guy, like I said, this guy is really, really cool. I love the detail on this guy. His eye lights up, which is really, really cool. The scythe is huge. The costume, really, really good. Spirit Halloween nailed it out of the park with this one. But yeah, so I do recommend this guy. He's very good. The price tag, he's decent. I got it for him for 20% off. So yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.